Hi folks, we're ready for part 2. So I just wanted to continue to talk about how I was approaching as Hope Seeds to improve our service as a seed company to address many of the issues that came up out of that Guelph conference panel. We had more land, so we were working with that. I was trying to grow all kinds of varieties and of all kinds of species, and experiencing crop failures. And one of the other approaches was trying to get more growers as a way to mitigate the risk and spread out the production of seed from beyond just our farm and our soils and our rainfall patterns and all of that, frost. So I had opened Hope Seeds up to welcoming seed growers into our mix, and had done that just by putting a call out there through our website, through our catalog, and through talking to people that I had met. And people, so I was very enthusiastic about it, but made a lot of mistakes along the way. Some of those mistakes include not setting growers up with stock seed initially. So I had no idea of where their stock was coming from, what sort of germplasm they were working with. Not having formal contracts set up with outlining pricing for seed that was delivered in the end, and all of the details in between. I wasn't going out and doing field visits because growers were spread out everywhere, and I was just so caught up in the management of my own farm. And not outlining isolation requirements, population sizes, roguing and infield selection. Like, there's just so much stuff that I was not covering that is absolutely essential. Keep in mind that I had a lot of this information in my own head and was applying it to my own production, but neglecting to share that with others just for lack of awareness, not really aware of the amount of knowledge that I was working with. So I started to get seed lots back in, and was opening up bags of beans and peas and stuff and saying, oh my god, I wouldn't even eat this stuff, never mind try and sell it to someone as organic seed, right? Oh geez. So I got to the point where I was asking, okay, if I'm struggling like this, I'm a small seed company, how are other people out there doing it? All those other folks that I was on the panel with, all those other small seed companies, how are they doing it? So in summer of 2007, I went on an organic seed company tour and saw seed companies in Ontario, Quebec, Maine, Vermont, and New Brunswick, and got an idea that, wow, I'm not the only one experiencing these issues, and we really do need to get together and talk and build a network where us seed producers that are sort of doing it beyond a backyard gardener hobby, that some of us are selling this stuff as a seed company, like what we need to be able to network with each other and share our knowledge and skills and collaborate to try and further improve the products that we can offer. So in spring of 2008, all of these ramblings led us to myself and Dan Brisebois of La Ferme Coopérative de la Tournesol. The two of us had been going back and forth a couple of times talking about this issue that came up in the seed panel in Guelph, and through my own issues and his own questions as a seed producer. We got the support of Seeds of Diversity Canada and through our own time and volunteer efforts, managed to coordinate a meeting of Beyond Backyard seed producers and small seed companies in eastern Canada, so we're talking Ontario East. We got together in Montreal in April, I think, of 2000, to address this issue of building a network of seed growers. How can we learn from each other and bring ourselves out of isolation? So we had 40 people get together. There was a lot of interest and enthusiasm. We had Tom Stearns from High Mowing Organic Seeds down in Vermont come up and talk to us about how do you set up a growers network and the organic seed sector and just how wide open it is. And in spring of 2008, the Eastern Canadian Organic Seed Growers Network was formed. So it essentially was a forum to bring together organic seed companies and seed producers together to practically address the questions from the Guelph Conference panel. We basically felt we needed this network of growers to build a regionally adapted, diverse, and high-quality organic seed supply. The Eastern Canadian Organic Seed Growers Network is basically there to help us as suppliers into the organic seed sector develop our skills and develop our resources, develop our knowledge base. Eastern Canada is not traditionally a seed growing region of the world. The West Coast, out in BC, out in Oregon and Washington, California, those are seed growing regions where they have the climate and the conditions to produce some pretty good quality seed out there of many different species. And they have all kinds of equipment available. They have extension agents available, maybe not right in BC, but certainly down in the States. Agriculture scene is well developed in the seed sector down there. But here in Eastern Canada, it's pretty much a void. It's very difficult to find anything beyond a little handbook in a library to kind of get yourself going, and there's no expertise in our agricultural departments at all in seed production. So this Seed Growers Network is really there to help us bring expert knowledge and skills into this area. The Seed Growers Network was able to bring John Navasio from Organic Seed Alliance in the University of Washington to come up and do 2 courses on plant variety improvement and plant breeding. Over the last year, we've done a number of field visits and tours. We're hoping to do some group equipment orders, like buying specialized seed cleaning equipment, and go through seed cleaning workshops with people, because really it's absolutely necessary that we improve our capabilities in seed production. So now, Hope Seeds, we've gotten to the point where we have developed seed growers contracts. I'm very selective on who I choose to work with as a seed grower, and go through a long-term relationship building process. I visit the crop in the field, and it's really shaping the direction that we can take. So fully support the Eastern Canadian Organic Seed Growers Network. Thanks to Seeds of Diversity for supporting that initiative, and thank you guys for inviting me out here today.